シージファンの皆様、こんにちは、こんばんは。とある薬学生と言います。今回も最後まで楽しんでいってください。
On into bicycle, which means there's no one inside a memorial on the defense, and that is an added layer to this attack.
There's Canadian swinging, and what a beautiful shot on the skies with Bosco's shotgun finding hot and cold, and DZ find themselves down by 2 with 45 seconds left to go, and they are close to being able to get into the bomb site, but so far have been denied the entry that they want. They're mostly focused on that bottom floor, so any upstairs presence that was being felt has been nullified for now. But Mint is on the case. He'll take out Fultz before Fultz drags down Hyper. Eclipse goes 2. That's a kill for Rampy and leaves Mint now closing in on the bomb site, looking towards Kitchen with soft walls leading him towards the other bomb site. He knows he's got the Jaeger trapped in the corner, but that's 2 for Rampy. He gets the back-to-back final kills in round.
It played out in a very odd way. But right now, it's to clear the top floor, as you can see, and Bosco will be the first one destroyed by a grenade. Sky is taking down the Wamai of all operators with that nade. Beautiful placement. Now, there is Canadian downstairs under statuary, ready to C4 and deny a plant. And as you can see, I think Thinking Nade has rotated into statuary. That's going to be a very powerful position for Thinking Nade because he can not only hold the push from Master, it's not Thinking Nade, pardon me. It is somebody in statuary, though. And it's Fultz, who, oh no, the patience on Fultz. He sees Skies right in front of him, but he doesn't pull the trigger, and he gets 2 big kills as a result. He'll be taken down by Mint, and Thinking Nade was actually the one to get the second kill, but that's beside the point. As Canadian adds to the tally, it's all on Eclipse, the last member alive on attack. He'll have to pick up Diffuser and get 3 kills. He'll get 1, but that costs him all of his HP. Good gunplay there from Eclipse, and he's picking up big for his team, but 17 seconds, Thinking Nade and Canadian on full HP, it's just not going to happen. He's being called out by the Valkyrie Cam and the Evil Eye. Goes for the peek. Just a little bit of patience here from the defense. They know there's no reason to take a risk here. And while Eclipse will get a second and will start sticking the plant, Canadian should be able to deny from below, and he'll do just that.
Smart call by Eclipse as he had to go for frags with only 10 seconds left, but there's no way you're going to be able to drop down and pursue the Valkyrie as Canadian is his theme park and clubhouse. Seems like a big win from a map veto standpoint, as these are the 2 most played maps from Space Station and also happens to be 2 of their best, especially Clubhouse being SSG's definitive best map in the map pool, at least if you talk to their opponents about it. So it's hard to really judge this, but it's been a very sluggish round. There's 20 seconds left. There's the first kill. It's going to come out from Fultz, immediately traded off by Mint, who's upside down on Repel. Canadian finds one of his own in the skies. 10 seconds left for Dark Zero to push on in. The objective is theirs to complete. Down goes Eclipse to Thinking Nade, and tapping away from inside a vault is the SMG-11 Rampy with one of his own, and it's a plant in the middle of the smoke for Hyper, but you can see the light is fading and will fully go out of focus. Canadian with that kill, and it's 3 in a row from Space Station. They complete the trifecta, as we have dubbed it, and will now
get their very first attack round. It's so far worked out pretty well, thanks to the efforts of Skies and the missed C4s from SSG. There's still time for it to fail, though, as the first C4 that will hit its target detonates. Hyper goes down. It's a big loss for Dark Zero as he hit the last 25 seconds.
Fultz is off-site and creeping up, and if you don't have somebody watching on flank here, this might be the undoing of Dark Zero. Skies tosses out a pocket frag, and he'll have to drop at some point as he looks at all of his accomplishments upstairs and the damage that's been done. But there's the flank watch of Skies. He picks up his 3rd kill. He's on a heater right now. Eclipse dropped from Bosco, so it's a 2v2. But DZ will need to complete the objective. 4 from Skies. He's heating up, but Thinking Nade is inside of the bomb site. Is he safe for now? It'll be Skies to watch as Mint gets the plant down. There goes Skies, no ace, and a run-up from Thinking Nade. He'll clutch a huge play as Space Station undefeated so far on Villa. 4-0 as the diffuser will get taken down before some celebratory bounds that you have somebody on that dedicated flank watch, and Skies has been magnificent in that role. He'll now set up some drones just for his own information, as through those Maverick holes opened up, the Maestro will shrug off a bit of damage, thinking Nate had only 1 HP. The advance from Dark Zero has been thwarted by this hard wall, so they're going to have to head on in through the doorways and pick fights along the way. What little was left of Thinking Nate is gone. That's Mint as the culprit, hot and cold with 1 as Mint goes down to Bosco. So DZ in a 4v2. This is the best opportunity they've had, but a crossfire caught as it's a reload and poor timing from Bosco. That'll leave Rampy in a 1v3 with tons of information. If Dark Zero isn't able to hunt him down, he could stop this plant that's going off from hot and cold. But there's a drone underneath him. He finds Ash looking for more. The objective goes down, so the timing is now on the side of Dark Zero, and Rampy will have to heat up in a 1v2. But he'll be walking up right into the waiting arms of the Zofia of Hyper, and the two men who our Twitter poll is about will finally do battle with Hyper size of 1. And this is, of course, Dark Zero map as well. 30 seconds left, so things will have to start to pick up, and it will once again be on the shoulders of Dark Zero as they mount their very final attack. And could it be falling on its face? Well, Rampy manages to do some good work on Skies with Eclipse on the refrag. SSG gets that opening duel. Immediately waiting on the flank is none other than the man of the hour himself. They spring into the bomb site trying to take up as much control as possible, but they are getting swatted away like flies right now as SSG clobbers Dark Zero, and Mint has nothing left to do. He has nowhere to go.
Well, if this works out the way that it did for SSG when they were on defense, then it should be a pretty solid defense for DZ. Things start well enough for the defense as Skies will get the first pick. That was by the main stairs, as you can see, or by red stairs, pardon me. That pick will put DZ in a good position, although they haven't taken the round yet. Potentially another pick in just a second, but for some reason Eclipse does not shoot the player on Repel and allows another player, Canadian, to come up the storage stairs. Now SSG has not only even man count, but a good position to attack the site from. A lot of pressure on Mint to land shots with the UMP, and he'll land some, but not enough for the kill. He'll get pushed back by the explosives up below, or up above, rather. The C4 goes out and will deny the entry into the site, but Bosco's there. Hot and cold, though, downing Bosco as he makes the entry. It's now all on Thinking, who also dies to hot and cold. Just that crack in the smoke, allowing the line of sight for him to hold on to that site by himself.
Hot and cold really holding down the fort is
a necessity to clear above if you're the attackers right now, and that's not going to be very easy. This is what Parker was talking about just now. When it comes to time, things are looking really desperate. But that right there is Skies, a little overzealous in the main hallway, getting eliminated by Fultz over by Piano. Good pick there for SSG.
Given how much teams have talked about going up a 4v5 or going up a 5v4 rather in their perspective and how vital that is to the utility that's brought, that right there could be the trumpet sounding on this round for Dark Zero, especially when you look at the operator and the player. Hard pressed to find somebody who's had greater contributions over the 7 rounds, now 8 rounds, as we look for Dark Zero in terms of Skies. And of course, Wamai means that you're going to have less utility available too, because the magnets will continue to recharge. But don't write them off just yet, as I might be doing a bit too prematurely, as 2 members of SSG are sent to an early grave, one from Hyper and one from Eclipse. So SSG loses the Nomad, loses the Yana, and it looks like they'll lose a third in terms of Canadian, as he gets swung on by the pump action shotgun of Dark Zero, and he'll need to get picked back up. Flash goes out from the Buck just to try and deal some damage, as Toxic Gas will also hold off Rampy from being able to do anything more. He could be the next target as they'll look to fight. But no, Rampy swings on hot and cold. He gets pounced on from the back. Hyper credited with 2 kills as he gets the down Canadian, leaving us into a 2v1. Fultz has been phenomenal in certain rounds, but he's got a mighty tall task ahead of him. He'll have to go for the plant with the clock on 0, and Dark Zero should be able to swarm him with Eclipse credited with the final kill. 3 rounds now for Dark Zero as they mount a comeback, and they've got 3 of the final 4 rounds in their back. It's in a great spot. On Repel on window is Fultz, who'd been softened up earlier, trying to take out some semblance of the vault wall. Down goes Canadian, is 1 for Hyper and then 1 for Fultz. 2. Technically, Dark Zero gets that opening pick, even though it is just immediately traded right off. A ton of noise going out now as you'll see some smokes from Bosco. He's not running frag grenades on Yana. He's trying to cleave the site in half. There's 1 for Hyper. 10 seconds left. Slow push, not exactly the climax that you were looking for. Another for Bosco, a 3rd. My goodness, as he just rushes on in. 3 kills for SSG. Pistol out, 4 kills in total for Space Station, 3 for Bosco. They're getting the plant off. Down goes Fultz as Skies is in a 1v2, but he's not going to be able to outduel Thinking Nate. SSG breaks the streak that Dark Zero was on. 3 huge kills for Bosco, 5 in total for SSG as they clean up with himself, as you're going to need to use it on Skies. Mint, as you noted, is the only one that's actually playing on the bomb site. Hyper and Skies are above, and they'll try to head back down. Down goes Mint, so urgency now in the shoulders of Dark Zero as there's nobody watching the site, and Space Station look to have this one locked out. Down goes Skies. Hyper will be knocked on over. Thinking Nate almost getting the plant down, so the Doc will need to do some excellent work in a 1v3, and he sprays through onto what he thinks the default spot is, but, well, there's nobody home. He'll manage to outduel Rampy, so it's still winnable, but you've got a deadline as it's going to hit 35 seconds left. This is a great spot to be in if you're Space Station. As you know, there's only one doorway that Hypers will walk through, and he's going to lose part of that. What a beautiful shot on a Thinking Nade. He'll outduel with Bosco, the man of the hour. This is for the match. He'll try to stick the plan as Bosco doesn't have frag grenades. He'll wait to try to draw out the Yana, but he doesn't know where he's coming from. 15 seconds left. You only need to kill a tiny bit of time, and you're almost there. There it is! Bosco clutched the previous round. He'll clutch this one. Map number 1. Dark Zero's map. It goes to Space Station, who will now be up 1-0 as they look towards their map to close out the series.